I don't know if I'm in the camera shot. Okay. How can we tell?
We're live right now.
I'm loading it up.
I don't like this lighting.
Huh?
I don't like this lighting.
Well, what do you want to do about it? Because we're live.
Nothing.
Okay, so that's pretty far into that. Let's see. Can we move it more? Can you move over more?
Which way?
That way. There we go. That's good. Do you want to start talking about stuff?
You're the one who likes your Mercury and your Gatorade, so...
Yeah. So, I don't know if you guys are into astrology, but, yesterday was, Mercury and Retrograde. It started. It's the beginning of 2021, and yeah. Already, technologies was not helping with us today. We tried to stream on both YouTube, but we ended up on Twitch because it's much easier to do so, and I don't know. Maybe I was just feeling that. If you guys don't know what Mercury Retrograde is, it's when the planet appears to be orbiting backwards to us from our point of view on Earth. However, in the more spiritual realm, other people, I guess, also take it as like we are taking footsteps backwards in our lives. So that's no bueno. I don't know how many of you believe in it. Comment if you do. But we're wearing our cosmic shirts today. I got the phases of the moon. And a little bit of a, let's see, like a little cat on it with a Satan star on it, which is kind of like, you know, whatever. And he's got his, like, spellbound shirt, which is pretty cool.
It's got some good sayings. No mistakes in life, only lessons. So...
Oh. I like that. Yeah. And... yeah. We're matching today. We usually don't match, so...
Well, I mean, I don't have many things that match your blue hair, so...
Oh, yeah. That's true. Ooh. I was planning on doing my hair a different color, but, you know... I think it goes well with, you know, my personality.
Very bright, yeah.
Very electric. So, yeah. Got my hood up. Like the introverts. Going on memeing. Yeah.
So yeah, Mercury, I'm not too familiar with what Mercury in retrograde is. I do know that that has some kind of significance, but I believe mostly that what you make of situations is more important than how the situation affects you. Your perspective is really kind of what drives your interpretation rather than a planet, pretty much. But I mean, this is one of the things we differ on slightly, so...
Well, because you're basically saying everything you do in life is your responsibility, and you're responsible for how everything affects you, right?
Yes.
Okay, but there's just some things that are not part of your control. So, then what? I'm not saying to blame it on the world or whoever. I'm just saying there's just stuff that doesn't happen that you can't do anything about, and it just sucks. And sometimes... you just have to write it out. And that's what I think these things are like. I don't know. What do you think? Out there.
Oh, out there, yeah. I mean, if you guys feel like anything is
jump
interesting...
in at any time.
I personally think that I'm a believer that a lot of things are possible. Almost anything at times. And Because if you can imagine it in your head is kind of like an unlimited playground of idea and possibility where you can generate this concept that something you've never even experienced or even thought about being possible. You can create it in your head, but once you put it out into the world, you're allowing other things to affect it. You let that idea free, and then suddenly other people's ideas and actions can interact with that idea.
You made it real.
You did make it real, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying anything's possible in a sense, but you do have to overcome certain limitations of physical reality and I don't know, just other people's belief in your idea as well. And that's where your perseverance can really make a change on how possible your idea is.
Wow, you're getting really deep on this.
I mean, I've thought about this kind of stuff a lot because, like I said, you think about it in your head, but the only difference between thinking and doing is action, so...
That is a big difference, though. Like, you can think that, oh, I want to have $1 million, and you can put it on, you know, I guess writing it down or, like, making a vision board out of it, like a mood board or something that some people do at the beginning of the year. You know how they make, like, collages, and they're like, I want 1,000 subscribers in 2021. And that's the first step, I guess, is like cutting out your collage and like sticking it on the wall and making it like a real thing. But you gotta look at it every day. You gotta work towards it every day. You gotta manifest it in your dreams and shit. Oops. And stuff. So, yeah. I mean, making it real does take action. And action is like, it seems simple. It seems like a simple answer, but it's very like, it takes a lot of energy. It takes the willpower. It takes you sustaining it. If you want it to happen for a really long time, you gotta do it for a really long time.
I mean, it also takes some kind of understanding of your capabilities and then also of the process as well. You would, if you want to go skydiving, that's great, but if you don't know how to fold your parachute or even put on the parachute correctly, then it could end very badly, or well, I don't, depends on how you want that situation to end, but it could end very quickly, and that'd be the only time you go skydiving.
Okay, that was really a dark turn, but
I'm just saying,
sure.
It's it'll end quickly.
Okay. Do you believe in luck, though? Like, do you think people have luck? No, I'm serious, because, like, what if some people just, like, some people who just start a YouTube channel or, like, start a Twitch channel, they immediately get, like, so many likes because one video blows up, and then they already have an award, and they just started, like, 3 to 6 months. And some people are even in, like, school still and stuff like that, so it doesn't matter the age, it doesn't matter your experience, it doesn't matter if you, at that point, have a degree or not. Like, do you believe it was luck? Do you believe... Because timing has to do with stuff.
So when you say luck, you're talking about like a circumstantial coincidence that in some way benefited you. Like you participated in a situation and then something happened which was not supposed to happen, or it was very difficult for it to happen, but then benefited you in the end.
Right.
I think that there are so many people and situations in the world that coincidence, however much percentage that coincidence is, would eventually turn your favor. But luck as like an entity and a force that can be reckoned with, I tend to not to err on the side of superstition. So
it's not superstition. It's like, it's the force, Luke. It's like what everybody... No, it's like, because it's hard to explain. You can't see it. You can't, like, it's hard to describe because you can only describe things that happen to you. So, like, your experiences or what you heard from other people. And it might even sound impossible because it's like, from every day... like an ordinary life, it wouldn't happen. But then that one thing that happens to that person, it's like, wow. It's like those videos online that it's like, if you didn't film it, it didn't happen. Or if you didn't, you know what I mean? Like,
Yes, and thankfully in today's society, everyone has a camera, so everything gets filmed. So that's the thing.
Sometimes.
When it comes to a numbers game like that with coincidence, you could just be recording something and then spontaneously, due to circumstances, something happens. And not necessarily it was luck, it was just...
Right place, right time.
You play a circumstantial numbers game enough, eventually... It's what's the phrase when it's
Murphy's Law?
No, that's what can go wrong will go wrong. It's a mathematical thing where probability. So with probability, when it comes to possible situations, the number could never be zero. So eventually, if you play the game long enough, you're gonna hit.
So you're just saying it's random. You think things happen randomly and people just get lucky randomly because they just were at the right place at the right time? Isn't that considered luck?
You know, I'm going to go with yes and no on that situation, and let me explain. So, yes, you will get lucky in a sense that if you just play the game long enough, you will get a hit based on probability. But if you usually play a numbers game, like if you focus on probabilities and possibilities and you kind of hone your skills at those things, then I believe you can manipulate situations more efficiently, which would allow you to hit the positive more than the negative on average.
So basically you're saying if you're watching the game, like life as a game, and you want to play, you're going to study it, and then you're going to make choices that may put you in the situation so that it will happen to you.
What else are you going to do with your life?
Sit back and do nothing.
You want to do nothing?
I'm just saying that is a possibility.
It is a possibility.
And that's what people do. And then
absolutely.
And
people
then,
choose complacency every single day.
And then they even say, like, maybe, like, you know those people who used to call on radio stations? They're like, I never win anything. Like that.
I did that. I won something on a radio station, and the first thing
but
was
see,
like,
you don't think it's luck?
No, actually, because it was like a song request thing. You request a certain song, and then you win a prize out of a list of songs.
But how many people do you think call? And how many people you think they actually, like, they pick up?
I mean, depending on the time of day, it could be a lot. There could be quite a few people.
Everybody keeps calling. If you're in your car, people call because they got nothing else to do.
Mine was
if it's at nighttime, you call because they're listening to radio at home.
Right, but mine was like at 9 o'clock at night. I remember
that's prime time.
I was in my school parking lot. No, it's not prime time. 9 o'clock at night was late. Most people are like getting ready for bed. They're not gonna.
I was not getting ready for bed.
Oh man, aging myself. But yes, back in the day, you could listen to radio until late night, and that was kind of like you didn't have music streaming, so that was your source of audio entertainment available to the public.
Okay, but like you don't think. Like, did you call multiple times and sit and see what time of day was best for you?
Well, I mean, I've actually been on the radio quite a few times. Because...
And you think it's because it's just lucky, or you called when it wasn't popular? Like...
Well, it got down to a science eventually. Like, I knew during a competition, obviously, people are...
Calling in. Yeah.
But if I just wanted to be on the radio, I would call when there wasn't a competition, like midday, when they were just kind of, it was just a single guy as the DJ, and I would just have like a polite conversation with him on the phone, like, hey, yo, can I get a song request? Like, I'm feeling this song, and then I'd get my song played, and I'd get to be on the radio. And it was pretty consistent once I started doing that.
But the first time that you tried it, did you, get in the first time?
No.
How many times did it take?
Like 3 or 4 times until I figured it out.
So you did what you said, and you studied the game.
Yes.
And then it happened eventually.
Yes.
Okay.
That's where I'm basing this whole philosophy off of.
And then you said you won a competition? Or you won a contest?
Yes, I won a prize.
And was that during the midday as well?
No, it was at night, like 9 o'clock at night. That's when I was telling you I was in our
parking
lot at school.
Why the hell would they host a competition if no one's going to be on there? Of course they got to be on there. They're going to only host competitions when it's going to be high airtime. So 9 o'clock is prime time because everybody's home at that time. Yeah,
I
maybe
wasn't
they're
at
about
home.
to go. Maybe they're about to go to bed.
I was not at home. How dare you assume I was at home?
Well, everybody else is. Where are you?
I was at school.
Oh.
I was at school until midnight.
Well, normal people. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I'm not a normal person. It's okay.
Whatever. You don't have classes at 9.
Anymore.
Who has classes at 9 p.m.?
People who work during the day.
I don't think they have it at
school.
night. Really? They
Yes.
have a night class that
It
late?
was 7 p.m. to midnight. It's
Ugh.
a trade school. So guess what? You work during the day. You go to school at night.
Gross. Okay, never mind.
You know,
Did not know
you
that.
know when you're paying for your own school and paying your own rent and doing what you need to do to get your education, you do what you got to do.
No, I didn't know that they hosted classes until midnight. That's rough.
Okay.
Anyway, circling back to what was we talking about? The competition. How many times did you call in before they
The time I won, it only took one time.
and you don't think other people were on trying to call too?
So, like I said, it was a list of songs. So they probably had a list of like 10, 15 songs, and they were all supposed to be like romance songs, and people had called in. Nobody had gotten it yet, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do the only song, the sappiest song I could think of, and I called in and made a request, and I won because that was one of the songs.
What was the song?
Oh, I remember. Is Hoobastank, I Miss You?
Oh my god, who mistake?
The ultimate prom song from the 90s.
Oh my god.
Mid 2000s.
I never went to prom, but by choice. But damn, I remember them. What happened? They only had like one album.
I like 2 or 3 albums.
Oh. I liked them.
They were good. I think they kind of retired with their money rather than like
Kept going.
than Linkin Park and stuff.
What did you win?
I won a pair of shoes.
What? What kind of shoes?
Tux, TUKs. The super goth hippie, super goth shoes.
Oh my
Some
god.
of them had
Wait,
fur on them, I
what
know,
station was this? Because this is sounding pretty emo. If it's Hoobastank and like
It's,
alternative rock.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Huh? Do you still have them?
No.
Oh.
They died a long time.
Oh, at least you wear them.
They were
Did you wear
cool.
them?
Hell yeah, I did. I wore the shit out of those shoes.
That's cool. And you still don't think that has to do with luck?
I think that was strategic.
So you think luck is just a made-up concept?
I think luck would be, I mean, you would literally need some kind of luck at a casino where you're looking at machines. Machines are just computers, and I'm pretty sure, because I worked at a casino, I'm pretty sure all the machines, the newer ones, talk to each other. So I've seen even simple arcade games are quote unquote rigged in a sense where they won't pay out unless a certain amount of time and a certain amount of money has been accumulated.
How is this any different from like life? Because life is like a roulette too.
I mean, roulette is different than a machine.
But it is. It's the slot machine. Are you talking about the slot machine?
Roulette is not a slot machine.
But
roulette is a table game.
It's like, okay, Russian roulette.
No, roulette is the ball that
Yeah,
they
I
spin
know,
on a
I
disc.
know, but it's all chance. It's something that goes round and round, and there's a chance.
Okay.
And there's finite
Okay,
amount
you don't understand then, because...
How am I not understanding?
Luck. You didn't let me finish. That's why. Luck is you go through the casino, you find you pick a machine or series of machines. You pick a game, and then depending on if you pick game A or game B, game A could have a higher
Probability
chance
rate.
of winning because more people have spent more money at that game. Game B could have a lower one because no one's played that game for like 2 weeks or they just had a jackpot. So guess what? It's not gonna jackpot in a while. When it comes down to table games and cards, that is more. Card games you can have skill because you can psychologically manipulate the situation. Roulette is a game of chance, not luck, because where that ball spins, it's very difficult to predict. There are ways to do it, but you have to bet on a square and hope the ball lands. It's not like a machine which can learn and count numbers. It's a table game which is completely based on chance. So there's no luck involved with that game. It's a probability at that point.
You don't think those are rigged too?
No. I think that roulette is actually a really fair game because it's a metal ball and a machine. So
I think there's magnets. Everything is rigged in the casino. Everything is rigged in a casino.
No, you're just more likely to lose because the odds are against you. The casino has a better chance of winning, especially at roulette, because if you don't land on a winning square, they keep the money. If you land, I mean, there are different lanes for you to play.
We're tangenting.
We're getting into
I think
gambling.
we should stay away from the casino analogy. If you want to go and talk about it in a different light, be my guest. But I think chance and luck are very, like, hand in hand, and I think that it exists for both of them.
Okay.
Well, this is a discussion because you don't. You
Well,
don't believe in chance.
You already understand.
You don't believe in luck. But you believe in chance. Like, I'm just trying. No, I don't understand. That's why I'm asking you.
I don't believe luck is a force you can be reckoned with. I believe it's a probability of a situation, and you can get better at it by playing the game. By
So you
understanding
think luck
how it
is
works.
learned?
I don't think it's luck. I think it's probability. You keep pushing the word luck into my mouth.
Define
That's not what I'm
luck.
looking for.
What does luck mean?
You want to know what the G
Yes,
machine
I
wants
wanted to know the definition of luck.
All right. The dictionary defines luck as a success or failure apparently brought by chance rather than through one's own actions.
Chance. Define chance. No, seriously. I want to see what words they use. No, just put it right there. Search for a word. Heated discussions.
Possibility of something happening.
Also beneath it says probability of something happening.
Yeah, so I believe those are the same things.
Opportunity to do or achieve something.
Yeah, that's not the chance that we're talking about. Like, that's me giving you a chance.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. So, you agree with chance, because chance is kind of like a neutral ground where it's like, can't happen, but it's based on action, right? You got to put yourself out there for it to happen to you, kind of
Absolutely.
thing. Okay. With luck, you don't believe in because it is a what again? Go back.
Someone like luck right here is a phenomenon in belief that defines the experience of notable positivity, negative, or improbable events.
Phenomenon and belief.
It's not based in science. It's superstitious.
I'm not saying it's based on science, but I'm saying, do you believe people have a higher chance of having more positive experiences than other people? That's what I'm saying, or asking.
We're going to start digging a hole.
Dig it.
I believe that some people are in a position that benefits them way more greatly than the average person.
That's like
based on position and
manipulation of circumstance.
Also privilege.
Well, that was dealt by chance, right? You don't choose how you were born into, right?
Oh, we're digging a hole.
No.
Oh my goodness.
This is what we do, dude.
No, this is what you do.
No, but I want to know. Like, otherwise, if we don't have a discussion, then we're just going to be like, okay. Well, we just agree on everything. Yeah, sure.
No, we do not agree on everything.
Well, that's why we're having the discussion. Gosh.
Okay, so do you understand my philosophy on luck now?
Define it one more time.
I don't believe luck is a force to be reckoned with. I believe that if you apply yourself and understanding of a situation, you have more control over that situation than somebody who just happenstance walks in at a very unique situation.
What about people who have been trying forever to try to learn, like, algorithms, right? Let's just say they're trying forever. They try to do the trends, try to do whatever. Still have such a low follow count.
Are you speaking from personal experience here?
Let's just make it anonymous. And then we got some person over there who's like, I'm bored. I don't have anything to do because I can't see my friends right now. So
I know you need this.
And then they get a bajillion views and now are monetizing and whatever. What's the difference? What is hitting that's not hitting for the other person? Is it because they're hit? What?
You need to vent. It's okay.
No, I'm asking you seriously. And if you can't answer this, then...
You know, we've talked about this already, and I've told you I can't really tell you. I mean, there are going to be so many variables when it comes to two different people performing the same situation that you honestly are probably not going to be able to control all of them. It's...
Don't you think it has to do with timing?
I believe timing has a big deal with it.
Yeah.
And then also... what you focus on, if it's going to be something in that kind of situation, if it's something you're focusing on that is very niche and a little bit further away from a general understanding of things, then it could be kind of alienating to some people. Whereas if you do a generic kind of, I mean, you can be too generic as well. You could just literally talk about nothing. I've heard people talk where they just spatter out like, oh my gosh, awesome, totally. Those words flow together, but they indicate very little information other than probably your excitement.
Not even. There's no intelligence behind it, so how can there be any like real enthusiasm?
There is a modicum of intelligence in the sense that you understand what's going on and you're able to appreciate it. But
if there's anything to appreciate in the beginning.
To a large degree, less so. It's, I believe, just kind of like interjections into a conversation that don't really
Then I
change
think
anything.
it does have to do with luck. Because one person just figured it out or like did something and then the algorithm was like, ooh, that's a good one.
That's not luck though. That is skill. That is something that they chose to do. And
But what if it was random? Like they were like, I would never have thought that this would have blown up, blah, blah, blah,
then it
blah.
was random circumstance.
I guess some people would call it luck. I don't know.
I like how we switched from Gatorade to luck.
But it has to do with it. Mercury in retrograde is almost like the reversal of your success. Like little things will happen. I'm bringing it a full circle right now. Little things will happen in your life that will just like poop on you. Like, say you get up and you're like, wow, that was a weird dream, and now I have a slight headache because I didn't sleep very well. And you're like, I'll shake it off, whatever. Then you go about your day and you're just like, I'm gonna, you're working from home, whatever, because of lockdown. And you're just like, I'm gonna go brush my teeth and, do my routine. And you try and brush your teeth and your toothbrush broke, and you're just like, fine, I'll get a new one later. And then you go and do something else, and all these little things that happen while you're going about your day just make it really, really, like, a bad day.
I think that's your perspective, then.
What, you're going to say, ooh, my toothbrush broke, time for a new one?
You could look at it like, ooh, I get to get a new toothbrush.
Who does that?
Me.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes.
No, you don't.
New things feel good. When you get a new thing, I like it when I get new things. I mean, it's a rare occasion, but I like it. It's novel. It has, I mean, there is definitely sentimental value to older objects, but I like new things.
I mean, new things are cool, but they also need time to break in, and sometimes they hurt if they are too stiff before, you get comfortable with it. I'm just being realistic at this.
You're just talking about toothbrushes.
No, I'm talking about shoes, too. I love, like, Doc Martens, and, like, the first few times I wore them, they made my heels bleed because my socks weren't high enough. I had to wear, like, ankle socks. And I didn't know that the first few times, and I was out for hours. When I came back, the inside of my shoe was bloody. And it sucked. I was going to throw them out because I was like, I heard these shoes were good. They were comfortable walking in, but I heard these shoes were good and they're making me freaking bleed. And then I realized, it's because I didn't have long enough socks. So guess what? The next few times I wore longer socks and I had no problems. And now they're super worn in and I love them.
Okay, well, in my perspective, if I get like a new tool, new tools feel way nicer than old tools because they are brand new. The machining is perfect. There's no scratches or dents or anything like that. It's craftsmanship and it's at the peak of its design. So I appreciate new things in that sense where they are operating the way they were designed to operate.
Well, that's because you're using it for a specific, like a precise
Yes.
thing. I'm just talking about day-to-day stuff.
New clothes aren't, I mean...
I like it worn in a little bit,
I know worn
too.
in is good, too, but I mean, it's clean, there's no stains. Yes, I know
I know,
the
I'm
stains
still
add
gonna
character.
watch that stuff. I don't wear stuff when I purchase it from, like, a store or if it comes through online.
It's the freshness, though.
No
It's super
way.
fresh.
It's fresh from the manufacturing.
Yes.
Gross. No. Wash that stuff.
It's still fresh.
Oh, gross. No. And after one wash, you feel the difference because it feels like somebody kind of wore it already. Well, not like somebody. It's looser and it's not as stiff. Man, we have really different things today, perspectives today. What else?
We're just defunded. Well, we're talking about Mercury's Gatorade. So,
oh, yeah.
What
Mercury
else?
and Retrograde.
You're the hippie shaman of the group. So what else is going on in your planetary alignment?
Well, actually, so I'm glad you asked. So, this Mercury and retrograde, obviously the planets kind of do its thing where if you look at it from, the sun being the center of our solar system, the planets will align or be in conjunctions with each other or whatever. This time, Mercury is in retrograde with Leo, and I'm a Leo. Right. And I don't know if that's in favor of us or not, but I read yesterday that the people who should watch out are Aries, Gemini, I forgot if it was Scorpio or Libra. I don't know because I don't care because I'm not those ones. All I know is that if it's in your planet, then you're kind of okay. That's what I heard. That's why things, knock on wood, haven't been crazy for me yet. But it just started. So how Mercury in retrograde works is like when it first starts, you'll see like one step back. And then as it progresses, it's like another step back. And then another one. And then another one. And then another one. And then another one. Yeah, and another one. And another one. And then by the time it's over, well, like there's going to be a dip. And then by the time retrograde is going back to regular, whatever, it's like a sine wave. It'll go back up. So then those steps that you took back will inch forward again, and then either you will be close to where you were before, a little lower, or a little higher, and then you can progress from there.
That is so disappointing to hear.
Why?
Because it sounds like things will never change. It's just you going backwards and forwards and reaching the same spot you were. You're never progressing.
Yep.
That has not been the case in my life. I have progressed quite aptly for my situations. So I think that...
I mean, life is up and down, though. You're not always going to be
down,
like...
But, my perspective on the situations allow me to realize the better things that have happened more so than the negative.
Well, that's perspective, though. You're just you're making the conscious decision to focus on the good stuff rather than looking at the bad stuff and being like, oh, damn, that's really bad.
Yes.
But
and
if
then
a lot
I build on the positive. I don't build on the negative. If you build on the negative, then you're just going to be disappointed and upset all the time.
Or you drink it away.
That doesn't that doesn't change anything. That just makes you forget about it for a little while.
Yeah, I know.
It's a temporary solution to a long-term problem. Whereas if you just understand things differently, that is a practice that you do every day and allows you to change every day.
Mm. But what if you try changing every day? But things still don't get better.
At least you tried.
Mm.
It's better than not trying and just wallowing in despair.
Mm. Yeah, I guess, like, the things that you could do are pretty much infinite in life. Even just one slight change. Here, let's put a positive spin on this. Just,
you.
just one small change might do something better. Like, one thing that I like to do when I'm having a really bad day is I like to go to sleep early. Because I'm pretty much done. I just don't do anything for the rest of the day, especially if I've like endured so many little bad things. I'm like, I'm eating dinner, I'm going to brush my teeth, I'm going to bed. I'm showering, I'm going to bed. Because I get to wake up to a new day tomorrow and I get to start fresh and conk out. Because I need my sleep anyway, but it's also just like putting an end to all that bad stuff that was happening, I think. But yeah. I don't know if that helps with people who are experiencing Mercury retrograde, or if people are even going to take this, as any sort of... I'm not giving advice. I'm just talking about it, about what I'm doing, so...
Okay,
yeah.
Then let me ask you some questions now.
Mm.
Do you find that sleeping allows you to process that information, or do you still need to kind of work through the emotions the next day?
So some days I actually just don't even dream. I won't even, it's blank. And I'll just wake up. Some days I'll wake up more refreshed than others when it was a bad day. And I'll just take what I can get. So if I wake up and I'm just I'm still at half energy because my emotional and mental capacity is still not 100% from the bad day, I'm okay with that. I'm okay going at my pace. I'm okay just being this is all I can do today. Or maybe I just don't do anything again. Maybe I'll just put on my favorite, shows or my favorite channels and just be I'm just gonna let them do the talking. And sometimes when I do that, I actually find people, new people, who I probably will, need to hear at the moment. So, one time when I was feeling really low about myself, I found this girl on YouTube, and she was more of a spiritual person. And she was talking about how she overcame, just healing from, past childhood and, her experiences with men and, shifting how she felt about food. Not that she had an eating disorder or anything, but, just how she was able to be more grateful and, how she likes to prepare her meals, and that time that it takes for her to do that just makes her more grateful to have that meal. And I really liked that. And I think, even though I have nothing in common with her, the fact that she just made me feel better just by watching her videos and her shedding this, light onto my life at that time, it helped me. It really helped. I don't really watch her videos anymore, but I feel like that popped up at a time where I really needed it, and I'm really grateful for that, and that's what I'm grateful for, the online, growing communities. And part of this lockdown too is a lot more people have been able to come on. We started a channel too, just because it's why not? We have interesting things to say. We have unique perspectives. We obviously don't agree on certain things, but we're able to talk about it, respectfully.
And we still get along with each other despite
somehow. So something's working. But yeah. Wait, did I answer your question? What was your question?
You just kind of went on a tangent.
Yeah.
You said a bunch of stuff.
Wait, what was your question? What was your original
Do you still
question?
have to process the emotions
Oh, yeah.
on the days that you find you go to sleep early just to end the day? Does that change it? Does it help you? Is that a process for you, or do you still need to process?
I do need to process, because it's not all those little things bulk up, and sleeping for one day doesn't just solve it. Because when you wake up, it's still not solved sometimes. If I have a deeper problem, falling asleep is not going to cure that. You might have more energy the next day, but if I don't have a solution to tackle it, the thing that would only change is I'm well rested enough. Am I motivated enough to work on it? Maybe. But So that's that. Sometimes, however, I do dream about it. I do dream about my problems. Say, like, I'm having, like, this mental block, and then, like, I get super frustrated with it, and I have to shelf it, because some days it's like, I don't know what to do with it. I'll ask you, or I'll ask other people, like, my family, if they know just how to deal with something. Sometimes I get a good advice, sometimes it's not what I'm looking for, and I have to, like, just put it away for that moment. Because I don't force anything. If you force it, it just gets worse. But then, maybe 2 days later, even 2 weeks later, sometimes 2 months later, I'll dream about it. And then I'm like, oh, damn, that's how you solve it. And then it's up to me to rather go back there more invigorated than ever, because I'm like, yeah, my mind figured it out. And if it's important enough for me to do something about it, then I do it. But then if it just passes in my mind, I'm just like, it's not important anymore. Then that time that I got gave me my answer. It's not important anymore. It was just like for that time.
You said something I very much agree with, and that time can help you process things honestly better than just trying to figure it out. The time gives you distance and space, which allows you to think about things differently or from other perspectives, and maybe over time you get a chance to talk about it to a few people, and they can give you some insight from their experiences. So I think that's one of the most important things to processing your emotion is time. And even in the moment, like if you were to be in a situation which you could find overwhelming, you should just stop for a second and breathe. And I mean, obviously some situations are so hectic that you have to make a split-second decision, but in situations where it's more of a casual experience and you're trying to truly understand a situation, that if you can stop, take a deep breath, just think about what could happen, why am I making this decision, and then choose based off of that, it could really affect how the outcomes of situations can be, and then also your understandings of it afterwards.
Yeah. I think sometimes, too, we forget we're too close to the situation. Like, because obviously it's coming from our personal point of view. So we're just like, we just keep on whittling and whittling and whittling, and we're like too close. And the time will allow us to kind of step back and just be like, okay, bigger picture. I see it now. And even if it comes back to you later, like I've let go of things, and then later on I'm in this really interesting conversation with like a stranger, let's say, like a festival, and like that specific instance will come up in conversation, and it's like something you can bond between, and you bring it up again, and you're just like, yeah, I experienced something like that too. And then when you have that exchange, like you mentioned, like sometimes it's like, I never saw it that way before. And sometimes that might not like close, sometimes that might not solve the issue for you, but at least it'll give you another perspective, and maybe you can get closure from that too. So, wow, you got really deep on these.
I mean, what else are we gonna be talking about?
Yeah.
We talked about Mercury and Gatorade, so
Yeah, but this all connects. It's the circle of
What's our title? What's our title for our stream?
Mercury Retrograde. Yeah. So. And also, it was the full moon right there, recently too, last week.
Mine have moons on it? I thought mine had moons. Is it on the
You
back?
got,
No, just like
you got
bindies
circles. You got circles.
No fashion show right now.
Wait,
Sorry.
you got like this like metaphysical thing with the triangles and stuff.
Illuminati.
And you have like this. Oh, I thought that was satellite.
You want it to be a satellite? It can be a satellite. You can
There's
roast a
like
flower.
no, it's a rose in the middle of 4
Are these
squares.
carrots?
I think they're like chili peppers or wings. Dude, that's like totally me. Chili peppers and wings. Oh my god, we should do like Rorschach with this. What do you see? Does it tell you who you are?
Your heart,
No,
man.
but seriously, look. I thought it was a satellite or like these Chex Mix things, or they look like waffles. Cause I love all those things.
We both love breakfast.
Yeah.
We really love our breakfast. really like waffles.
Yeah. I like waffles savory and sweet. One time we had a waffle sandwich with like Black Forest ham and mayo and lettuce and tomato, and it was sandwiching it, and it was like a pizza pie kind of cut. It was like a quarter piece of a waffle. So it was like half a waffle, and then they cut that in half, and then they sandwiched it.
We just had breakfast, but you're making me hungry again.
It was so good. Yeah. We have a waffle maker.
Yes, we do.
We don't use it often. We should.
Yes, we do.
But it's so much sugar now. Trying to cut down on sugar.
There's more carbs than sugar, but
Don't carbs convert?
sugar converts into carbs, but carbs don't convert.
Oh, yeah.
Don't quote me on that.
I thought it was one or the other.
I think your body breaks it down into... Because your body converts sugar into fat.
If you don't burn it, yeah.
I think it can go both ways.
Carbs to sugar? No. You're just looking up...
Oh, carbs. Sugar is carbs. Sugar is a generic name for sweet-tasting soluble carbohydrates. So, but like starchy carbohydrates get broken down into the other ones. Yeah, from like
so
complex,
carbs to sugar?
Yeah, it can be from complex sugars to
simple sugars.
monosaccharides like glucose, fructose, lactose.
So carbs to sugars.
Sugar is carbs, but then like breads and other complex carbohydrates get broken down into simple sugars for your body to burn.
Oh, okay.
Science.
So what did I say? Did I say? I forgot. What
No, you were
I
right.
said.
You said it's a lot of sugar, and I was like, it's carbs. We were both right.
Okay.
It's just we said it different.
Wait, yay! We were right.
Hey, we agreed.
Wow,
We
the
agreed
first
on
time. Okay.
Coincidentally, not luck.
Is it bad? Like after looking at this screen, now I see donuts, and now I want a donut.
I don't know.
Oh. What? You had a donut without me?
At work. They had them at work. What do you want to do?
You didn't bring me a donut.
Can't bring you a donut. They were all gone. There's only a couple left.
I want a donut. What kind of donut did you have?
Maple cruller.
You cheated on me! I would cheat on you too. With multiple donuts.
Donut gangbang. I don't know if we can say that.
Whoa,
But
yeah, calm down. But yeah.
kind of mumbled it.
Okay, close that, because I don't want to look
No,
at
you
sugar.
really
I
don't.
don't want, like, lollipops and stuff.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess another positive thing that you can say about, like, you know, Mercury on retrograde is that whatever has to go, like law of physics, since we were talking about science, is that anything that goes down must come back. Oh, no, wait. Anything that goes up must go down. I was going to say whatever goes down.
Yeah, gravity kind of
comes
pulls
back
things
up.
down consistently, so if it goes up, there's a good chance it's coming back down.
No, but in life, there are chances for it to go up, too.
So I think if we were to look at this from I don't want to say hippie. If we look at this from a spiritual perspective, if you were to try and elevate your situation and fight the retrograde, rather than just letting the cycle move you up, you elevate yourself in general, and then the cycle has to move up with you, even if it's moving down.
You did a lot of, like, tutting.
Am I hippie yet?
I'm
Do
not
I spiritual?
I'm not trying to, like...
Like that? Is that what you do?
I would do one up and one down. Bruh. Yeah.
Are we spiritual yet? Whoa. How
And
do
then,
you do
whoa.
that?
Wait, no. Whoa. That's how we get spiritual. Whoa. Okay.
Right. How long do you want to go for?
I think we're good. But yeah. Thank you all for watching. watching today. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe and follow us. We also have a YouTube channel under Baby B and Daddy D. We are also on Twitter and Instagram, and we also post memes. We like our memes. We actually started our channel based off of memes, where he finds a bunch of memes and I react to them, and then I started finding a bunch of memes and then he reacts to them. And then, what else do we have?
Some other philosophy videos. We have some history of things because
Oh,
we
yeah.
like the history of things.
We have the history of Christmas and how, like, the holidays came about, and, like, the Christmas tree and how that became, like, a customary thing to decorate. And then, because it's another holiday coming... Oh, and we also have philosophies. If you like this talk, we have more philosophies on... what is it? Like,
we did some on family. We did some on New
Year's.
Year's.
Like New Year's resolutions. And starting over and stuff.
But yeah, give us a follow so you know when we go live. This isn't really a scheduled thing yet, so that's probably the best way to know when we're going to do it, because we may upload a video, we may go live, depends on what's going on at the time. So that's probably the best way to keep in touch with us.
Mm-hmm. And yeah. Oh, we always post on Sundays, though, at like 1 p.m. Pacific time.
Okay.
And yeah.
Right,
if there's anything else you want us to talk about, drop us a line and tag us.
Right. So let's see who we can go to.
Oh, to raid.
To raid them.
Ooh.
We
Who we
go
gonna raid?
Is it okay if I do it here?
Yeah. Finding people to raid. 'Cause we're gonna raid some people. A lot of people playing video games.
Yeah.
'Cause it's a Sunday afternoon.
Can you see that?
Bro, what do you... Are we doing a just chatting?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Who's on here? Someone playing. Oh, wow. Is there
Anyone talking about anything? Weebs, welcome.
who?
Chilling, chatting. This guy, I don't know who he is. We can do that.
Sure. We'll just select somebody.
Is your computer muted?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, unmute it. No, mute it again. Because when we click on it.
Uh-huh.
How do you copy? You do this. So you copy the link.
Mm-hmm.
And go to our stream.
Mm-hmm.
And then raid channel.
Mm-hmm.
There. Paste. What?
No results found. Maybe you should just only type in the name.
Maybe.
Ta-da!
Start raid. I think you can unmute it now because we'll
Wait,
raid
are we
with
still
them.
on though?
Yeah, we're live until the raid finishes.
Oh no, wait. Oh. Okay, we can stay now. All right, bye.
Take
See you
care.
next
Bye-bye.
time. Bye bye.
Now unmute your computer.
Oh, they're mature.
Political career feel a little bit I can see it now that they're on the back foot. So like people like Cruz were cheerleading like the Benghazi stuff, the emails stuff for Hillary Clinton for years. And have engaged
Games, philosophy,
in what is
debate, politics.
arguably the Civil War.
Most abrasive and aggressive and obnoxious.
Undermining the integrity of our elections, supporting people that think that everything has been stolen from them. So for a person like that, you know, when their leader loses, when Trump loses, for them to be like, well, okay, guys, time to do the unity thing. I can understand why people are like, no, actually, fuck you. Like, you need to leave.
Did it pop up? Or you can go to chat
Yeah,
and scroll up and then see.
I think this
do you
is
mean?
not an intellectual argument in any way or discussing a policy, but my
Oh, wait.
my
No. We're
interpretation
done.
of Ted Cruz
No, we're not.
clips like that is you're just pandering.
We're hosting. So we can end this.
To me is really weird.
How do I do
And
that?
in support of a base
Tab.
that supported the idea that